up and do my thing. I want to get into it, man, you know.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Sage BB podcast. This is the section we are about to get cancelled. Like the previous time, today we have a board. And it's going to be a really interesting one. Funny things jaiwaambia. Hii podcast is a Kiswahili podcast. Lakini unapatanga most of the time tunaongea Kizungu. So guys, say hi.
Hi guys, I'm Beth. I'm Patience. Esther.
Gigi. John. And I'll be your host today. Sage be me. So what we'll be going about, we'll just be going through random questions. The reason why we're doing this is more on like we're getting to educate ourselves while educating others, and hata sisi wenyewe get to understand to know more about the opposite sex of each other. So our first question of the day is this basically goes out to our females for panel. Is there one thing you wish men understood better about women? What would that be? Kitu ina feel too like sisi majamaa hatujuani kuwahusu kabisa. We're so oblivious to this.
Imagine tunafikiria. I think we will. Yeah, when I was interpreting it,
Vile design na ujui kabisa. Uoni kabisa, uoni.
But the signs were there. Hey, why didn't you read? Hey, what did you read? That is sensitive.
But then tunataka tusikie kitu gani mnasema, because kuna hiyo discussion iko hapo, we not getting.
So,
watu wanasikia.
The question we've just asked. For us guys, if people listen to the previous episode, tulikuanga na ile swali ya when a girl is horny, how do you figure it out? Ukiangalia vile iliisha, the way that question ended last time, ilikuanga like you should know the signs, but the signs weren't, as in hizo ma signs hazikusemwa, they weren't told. Hatukuambiwa, but you were told you should know the signs. So you should read the room. You should be so basically Travis he was the pioneer in answering the question for the guys, like you should see how her behavior is changing, like the way she's dressing, vitu kama hizo. Travis was the one, but when you ask the girls walikuanga like, but I should kind of go and rerun it ndio nikumbuke because I think Beth alikuwa na some insights kidogo tu, si sana, kidogo tu, but nile tulibaki
Hannah gave you.
Hannah pia had some insights on that. So but at the end of the day, what was like what is like clear signs? What about these signs that are not clear, like you can't see that she wants and she doesn't want?
No, so si tulisema, of course unajua vitu zingine it varies. Yeah, it varies. Wewe sema like see what you see. Like venye mimi na for example, like for example we are dating. Utani panga ti peshi anafaa kwa you get. As in
short, we have different sides. Yeah. Yake nina work through doesn't mean it works for me.
Exactly. That's why tuliwaambia you just know. Ukidate mse you just know. Because mtakuwa mmebond mmeconnect. Dem akikukalia utajua tu. Akianza kukushika. There is a way that atakuhug utajua tu. You see? Yeah, like you just know.
Are you reflecting with that?
Like you don't see it. It never shows. It's never like that. Most of the
Okay,
guys
what
are
do you
making
guys
it
see?
easy.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
No, what do you guys see?
You know, I say it depends on how, if the lady is outgoing, if she's an introvert, you know, it depends on how, and also I say it depends on how much she wants it. That will also depend.
So
Honestly, me if I talk personally, the ladies I've been with, yes, the signs are different for everyone, the signs are different. But kuna hizo zenye tunasemanga, for example, tuseme maji, sparkling water, kuna tap water, they are different, but the baseline ni zote ni maji. For in this case, the ladies are different, but kunako kenye tunasemanga, this is the baseline. Yes, the common ground. So you'll find a lady is portraying those common grounds, but when you approach her, she's like, what are you doing? Now is not the best time, so you're like, but you showed me the common ground. And then when you turn yourself on, the following day unaambiwa na the lady, you could have pushed harder. I was there.
Right now,
I
I
was
don't feel
there.
it. Right now.
And so you're like, but I tried. How would you know? Senye anasema no is no probably, and she's showing the common signs, and senye anasema she's like playing hard to get. All right, that's where we are, because you can't say we have that, and yet when you try to push it, there is no feedback.
But maybe that time she wasn't.
That's
Like
where we are.
Okay. Me from the knowledge I have, like najua na bredo shawers and emenda like them ni ule mse unataka kupa. That wasn't it too bad. You know unampanga kwa text. You know unambembeleza unanikona.
I beg to differ. It's very different. The same way you're saying ladies are different, pia these ones are very different. Kuna wenye una approachingi foreplay wanakuambia wewe wacha mchezo wewe.
We don't want whatever you're trying to do.
We don't want that. Kuna wenye wanataka foreplay kama ni ku have sex jioni, wanataka mwanzi asubuhi. Mnaanza flirting, sasa yuko kazi mnaanza flirting serious. By the time imefika jioni, the lady at least ameingia into the mood mentally na physically. But kuna wenye wanasemanga, let's start physically, hiyo mentally tutakujia kesho.
Okay, may I have a question. So, maswali mnasemanga mnajonga kama dem anajisikia na nini, si no? So it's the same. You just know when a guy is winning. The same way you...
Have you seen this video in your nasemanga? If a girl tells you no, it means a yes. Have you watched them?
Play with their minds, destroy their minds, kabisa.
If you bring that, then he brings this.
Because at the end of the day,
Actually, that's it.
At the end of the day, you figure out like for women, socially nyimko adept to reading social situations like 10 times better than guys. Kodili ukiangalia for sisi, we are in for Sam. I'm more of like patane nyuma ya field. For we sort this beef out. For you guys, if you have beef, ntampata tu. Hata nitafuta. Najua nitamshikia wapi. Like, it's not we're going to solve this, we're going to deal with this now. No, there's a time and place to deal with it. That's the
matter.
media.
You let it foster for a while.
And then after a year, ndo, aha, nimekupata. So that's basically for you guys. But for sisi we're more of a direct. So, okay, ukisema, when a lady tells you no, it means yes. Because there's like, huh?
Angalieni dem ako nayo. I think that's the best thing you need to learn.
Me, I'm thinking,
In terms of, unajua kuna ile siku yenye, seme example kwa siku ya periods, dem akikwambia usifanye hii, alafu ufanye, what do you expect? Should be mad. Nona. But kuna hii nyingine sasa, hiyo
gani?
like sexually, in terms of like if she wants to have sex with you, if she tells you no, angalia tabia sauti inaenda nayo, literally acha kufanya hivyo and stuff. It doesn't mean she doesn't want, she's just playing hard to get, like at the end of, you just push a bit harder.
That's what now I was asking for me personally. Where would you say a no is a no and a no is a yes when it comes to sex?
Okay, Mimi, I think if a lady wants it, she will take the initiative. If she doesn't want it, she won't take initiative.
Thank you. Get close.
So
Yes.
Now that is a
Oh,
lie.
like-
Yeah, imagine
But
that.
it might
No,
work,
pia
but
initiative
at
ID
some
pa.
point.
Initiative,
Yeah.
let him say like an initiative what
Yeah.
he means so that you can start doing what
See, maybe playing along with your words, playing along with maybe something. So she's just playing along, but she's initiating certain things. But if she doesn't want, utawachwa hapo.
Let me tell you based on what I've experienced. Right? I had a lady mwenye ni yule wa ukimwasha unamwasha from morning ndio ukikuja jioni unapata everything is set, right?
Yeah.
So unadhani umewasha them the whole day, unakuja same na meet up and then you're like you want to initiate and then she's like no but I thought you meant this, I took it friendly, alafu nikazimwaje you're my brother. Seriously. So I'm like, I'm going after tumeachana, I'm going through the text and I'm like, ni wapi hapa nilionyesha my brother? And you're like, there's nowhere. So when you talk of she wants to initiate it, she might play along, yes, but she might not be there.
Yeah.
Alright? Na hapo ndo penye issue inakuwa kwa sababu utakuja upate mlango imefungwa and then unakasirika. Kumbe unakasirika bure.
Ndio brandi.
Naitwa brother for sure. Iliniuma.
Yeah, that's why I interact na dem, and then you know nowadays like females wanachukua bro like it's theirs. It's not theirs, it will never be theirs. The only time anaweza kuita bro maybe if it's like my sister calling me bro, and my sister rarely calls me bro. So if my sister doesn't call me bro, then another girl out of nowhere starts calling me bro, I will automatically say, "I miss you, bravako." So I usually drop that, even if it's a friendly conversation, a serious conversation, any type of conversation. If I'm speaking to the opposite gender and all of a sudden that word slips out of her mouth, I'm usually like, "Miss you, bravako."
No,
Ama it's like, first of all, before I respond to whatever you're talking about, miss you, bravako. I did that the other day and this chick akaanza kucheka tu. Ako like, that was the best reply you could have ever come up with.
But yako walicheka. Kuna wengine you tell them and it's infuriating them.
Yeah,
because they don't have another word to call you. They will say you are friends, yes, but she's used to calling other people brothers.
I am not
but
other
when you
people.
call them a sister, they are like,
I am
hivyo.
Exactly. A friend of mine, aliniambia I should stop calling girls sis. Like aliniambia kabisa I stop. So from that day on, itabidi I cultivate the stop of calling ladies sis, and I completely insist on mimi sio bravako. Whether I offend you or I don't offend you, mimi sio bravako.
Okay. I think what we interpret the bro and sis code vile mimi naelewa ni ile yenye we can be friends, right? But kuna ile ubeshte inaweza songa into something else na kuna ule mwenye hata ajaribu aje haizi songa hapo kwa friendship. Unaelewa? Like bro code ile bro when ule uko tu hapo hawezi songa past that.
Unamzima indirectly.
Ile indirectly, but you're trying to make him ile yenye.
You're being polite in short.
Yes. Kuna hiyo.
Usikuwe polite na mimi. Don't be polite with me. I prefer the hardship. And okay. So apparently our sisters. I don't get the backlash. Our ladies wamekataa kujibu hiyo swali.
Mimi nimesema one day mood. The mood.
No. The question is is there a thing you wish men understood better about women? What will it be?
Yes,
so
my mood.
that you're saying mood.
Yes.
Yeah.
Me aki mimi moods.
Fafanua.
My mood.
What about your mood?
Like the way
How
they
would
swing.
you want a guy to see it now how they are seeing it right now?
Tuseme when I mean ile okay. Mimi sasa ninakwanga nimenyamaza, yeah? Na umenizoea nikiongea. Don't come and force it, like try to nini a conversation with me. Utanianoi bure. I need someone to get that, like when she's like this, usiende upite mpaka planning. And when she's like this, we can do this and stuff. Vitu hizo mostly for me it's that.
So uangalie moods, the swinging of the mood.
The swinging and stuff.
You know, I would beg to differ. Memaliza. I would beg to differ in terms of nimekuzoea ukiwa joyful, alafu all of a sudden I come and find you umenyamaza. Honestly, the first thing inagonga ni shida iko wapi. And especially for guys, a guy akikuja kupata umetulia ama you are not your normal self, atajaribu kukusaidia kufigure out what's happening, ndio aweze kukusaidia you get out of that and be your normal self. So where you put it, and probably if you tell the guy I'm usually like this at these certain times, then he might try to understand. But if it's a guy that is not usually seeing you there, akikuja obviously lazima ata-interrogate what is happening, how are you
there's
happening.
nothing there.
Hakuna kitu yoyote wrong, kidogo
Yes.
kidogo the mood is
Ladies think, you know there's a difference. That's where the difference comes with a guy and a lady. A lady will think even if they're not thinking about anything, they will still think. But a guy utakuja akuambie I'm blank and they're literally blank. So for a guy anajuanga they have the capability to be blank. But for a lady anajua this lady hata kama she's not thinking, she's still thinking. Let me see if what she's thinking is something that we can do to help out or it's something that she can do on her own.
True.
I think that's according to me actually.
Yes. Yes, so it's true. Ladies, when they are blank, they are thinking. They're still thinking.
Actually, waulize if they've ever been blank, ever.
like ile kabisa.
Ever ati uko tu like when you anasemanga you're staring at the
Ladies are
wall.
blank, they are thinking.
You know, a girl is that person, let me put a woman or a lady, is that person that you see her crying, and then when you ask her, why are you crying? Then she tells you she even doesn't know why she's crying. You know, that's how a girl is, you see. Yeah. A woman is. Yeah.
Me thinking the reason being with that, it's the ability to multitask. You can multitask both physically and both mentally. Ndio maana unapata even if you're not thinking, you're still thinking.
Yeah.
But for a guy, multitasking mentally at times inakuanga a bit hard. So unapata once amesolve one issue, then the mind is at rest. Ndio maana wanasemanga ameingia blank face. That's why. So for a lady akilia na ajui analilia nini, maybe it's because of that. Akili inajaribu here and there, but it's not working.
They are trying to multitask the moods.
Today's the mood, back
Yeah.
to the mood.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a process of learning, man. It's a process of learning. Here's the next question. Why do women often crown themselves as queens? Actually, out there, most of the time, you see, oh, I'm the queen. Now, for a guy kujita king, it's really hard. By the time a guy amejita king, it's maybe he's done something that he feels like a kwabo. Ama, like there's something to show, call yourself a king. On rare occasions utapata a guy calling himself mimi ni king.
Beth, why do you call yourself queen?
I don't call myself a queen, but
The queen, not her queen, the queen.
the queen.
Kwa sure hata with your hubby ama boyfriend hawezi jita hivyo.
Not really. You know, the queen. What's the meaning of a queen? You know, a queen is that person that is in royalty, isn't it? That person that feels like ako.
They are special.
They are special, ako mali, ako juu, you see, and then they know their worth, and they feel like worth yao iko juu, and their worth nile worth ya a queen, you see. So I think most of the ladies that call themselves, I'm not in that bracket because I rarely call myself a queen.
If you're a guy, probably nasema you are not a queen. Will it offend you?
It will offend me, of course, cause
So you're calling yourself indirectly.
no. You know, there's a way. You know, there's I can't remember, it was a podcast I was watching or it's what. Then the guy was asked, how can you tell a lady that you're not beautiful. Then the guy said, you're a strong person. You see, so it's like you're telling me when you're it's trying to tell me I'm not a queen. You're trying to tell me I'm ugly. You see, and then you find that the moment that you tell me I'm not a queen, and then you don't know like the background of that person or the situations that person has gone through, you'll find that you've offended her, her emotions, her, you've really switched off those keys in her mind that she knows that she is a queen and or maybe she's beautiful, and then you say she's not a queen. So you'll find that that lady will, look down herself. Yeah, so.
But if you bring that argument, it also means you need to look at a guy's past to call him a king. But
Of
you'll
course.
find most men are not called that way.
You'll find you'll call someone a queen or a king depending on the word that you say. If this person is worth to be called a king, why not call him a king? If she's worth to be a queen, a princess, or rather all other names, all those beautiful names, yeah, why not? You should, refer him or her as a queen or a king. Yeah.
Hakuna maoni.
Ati?
Hakuna maoni.
Bado nachikilia. Lakini kusema tukilika tukilikuwa hit. Why do ladies call themselves queen? Because truth is,
it's rare if you call her, if you dare not to call her a queen, ama you tell her you're not a queen, it's an issue.
Literally sioni. Mimi hata sijui. Kitu nimeona history na queen ilitoka because akina Nicki Minaj walileta kitu kwa nini?
It's a Western
Social,
it's
yeah.
a media, yeah.
Personally, what I think about it ni ile pali umetoka na pali uko sahi, the difference, how you conquered it, yeah? As much as there are a lot of problems and stuff, you still conquered it. So unajiweka kama queen and stuff, or just to give yourself that worth, yeah.
I think people want to feel special and people want to be special. So when they call themselves queen, they want to make themselves significant and special. If you tell someone you're not a queen, you're telling them you cannot be special, according to ladies' interpretation. But men tell them you're not a king. I mean, okay, I am who I am. It's like telling someone you're not a professor. Of course I'm not a professor. I mean, you're not a doctor. You know you're not a doctor. So maybe ladies interpret it differently, different from the way men interpret it.
But that will bring about dilution. You dilute the word in terms of, if my lady feels or you see she reacts in a good way when you call her queen, then definitely you call her that. Even if she's the side chick, for example, you'll still call her that because it makes her. So if a lady knows probably that it is not worth it, like venye amesema it doesn't matter, then that's better, because when you tell her she's the queen, then you know you mean it. But if you tell her just to appease probably her pride, then hapo ndio issue inaingilia. Yeah.
So ladies have pride, interesting.
Not ladies have pride.
Unaweza kwa ego pia.
Yes.
Ladies have ego, interesting. Everyone has ego, more interesting.
because when you tell a guy, when you tell a guy, yeah, you're broke, and he is broke, he'll take offense.
Of course.
True. He'll take offense. And till date I don't understand why.
Maybe it's the ego, basi. The same way with the queen. Maybe the guy being broke is ego.
Ego, yeah. So it's all about ego.
Yeah. But one thing is, at least some of the ladies have interacted, hawajachukua hiyo into heart. They look at it and they say this in Western thing, let it be that way, because if we integrate it here, italeta shida.
But ubaya nowadays, imefika point watu wanajiita bad bitch, I'm a bad bitch. Have you seen that? Like, uko like
Bad bitch.
And funny thing I've seen, watajiita hivyo, but wakiitwa na watu wengine they take offense. Case and example, look at Cardi B. Alikuwa anasema I don't cook, I don't clean, alafu the husband akachukua video akifanya hivyo. She took offense. The other person was Megan Thee Stallion. Alikuwa anaimba the same song, but when someone else called her that, ikabidi hata record a statement aseme those are just songs, I'm not that way. So you are like, why call yourself that? Why do things like that? Show us you're that if you're not that.
It's tough. Okay, I'll just slide for the next one to kila mtu aweze participate. What do you think is the difference between masculine energy and the feminine energy?
Surely.
What?
Explain. What is it?
Masculine energy, a way a guy portrays himself. You can understand, like, this is masculine. This is a masculine trait coming from a guy. Feminine energy is the way a woman will portray herself. Ikae more of a woman than a man. You get? So, like, is there really a difference between the feminine energy and the masculine energy? Ukisikia a girl who's providing for herself ni independent.
Yeah.
Now wanasema she's portraying masculine traits because that it's considered all of a sudden masculine to take care of your bills. You get?
It's not all of a sudden, it has been there since Adam and Eve.
So it's considered masculine to take care of yourself or people around you. So when ladies do that, it's called independent. But when a man does that, it's considered, oh, you're doing your duty as a man. So when a man doesn't do that, because if you're keen last year, there's this guy alichukua cardboard akaandika namba yake saying he's looking for a mama. Then he went to archives and raised it up. I don't know. I don't know. I walked in town and I passed him. The guys who are walking like around hapo, they were insulting the guy. What you jinga and tafuta kazi nini. Then the guy was like, "Ni amjui penye naenda." So if a girl had done the same thing, it couldn't be as much as implication as
the lady.
No.
A lady just giving her number on top.
Yeah.
looking for someone to take care of her. Not
Looking for
prostitution,
husband.
not
The
prostitution
backlash in terms of she would have been texted
by
that
group,
number
a large
by other people.
number of
But
people.
And
is
by
it
the
kind
funny
of-
thing is, I've seen ladies ndo wana backlash the ladies. The men will be like, yeah, utapata endelea, kuja hata kesho tuweke namba ya Airtel pia. So you are like, yeah, that one is okay. But for a guy to do it, it seems as if he has betrayed other men or the men code. Because you are like, kwa nini ufanye hivi? Uko na mikono, uko na miguu.
Because that guy, he was being insulted by guys who were passing, like, wacha mchezo. Even mamas were like, what's wrong with this young guy? Let me not say if the tables and turned. Right now, Kenyans girls, they've slid into OnlyFans.
What's there?
Na TikTok. But they have seen on TikTok, wanaeka namba yao kwa live, alafu wanaandika in dots, like let's say for example kunyonga, wanaandika K.U hivyo, ndio wasikuwe banned. Alafu when you go in, they are like, tuma mia, slide into my IG, subscribe, and then I'll send you the details to come WhatsApp. So you're like, this one, they are doing it, they are getting the money. But if a guy does that, let's say for example, Truth Watchdog, there's this game when ana updating kuhusu Nairobi life. Usipitie hapa, kuna wezi, ukiona mwizi sijui anakunyonga, anatumia mbao, those are some of I've seen. He went online live on TikTok to talk about how the government is doing, especially the Nairobi government, what they are doing wrong. And then all of a sudden the account was banned. But when you come, just slide 2 or 3, utapata those ladies. Hawaonyeshi their faces, hawaonyeshi the body, wanasema tu hiyo that one, their number, alafu wanasema subscribe to my IG, and then takupea WhatsApp link, subscribe to Mamia. So what he's talking about actually, that's what he means. If there is difference, for a guy it's much harder, for a lady it seems as if it's not easy, because not everyone will do that. It depends with how they are morally, but for a lady it might be a bit more simpler. Now back to the question.
So the question is, what do you think is the difference between masculine energy and feminine energy?
Honestly, I think it's diluted. At this point, you can't really say this is masculine. But if we look at the Bible way, Adam was like the protector of that place. Mungu alikuwa amemwacha in charge, even in charge of the wife. He will say, this is a woman born out of you. The wife was there like to console Adam, to be there with Adam, to be like his companion. But right now, unapata self-made women, unapata men who are like, just our wakupeana namba na tafuta mama. So you can't really say that there is now that line that differentiate between masculinity and femininity. Yeah. That's my opinion. I don't know about the ladies. I'm our judge.
Do you think there's a difference?
Maybe it maybe not depend on what the society says. This is masculine, this is feminine. Jury only a change. It's not constant. At one point, but coding was something which was male. Nowadays, it's also male and feminine. Cooking was one thing which was ladyish. Nowadays, it's both. People cook. Cleaning was for ladies. Nowadays, cleaning and cooking, both are doing it. So it depends on what the society says.
By the way, I was surprised to hear trousers were not initially for female. The female were only for dresses, trousers were for men until they get. So the society as well tells
society, yeah.
But nothing. You don't know the difference between feminine energy and masculine energy.
Ndio na difference.
Explain this. Hakuna kitu kwanza.
Okay. So let's move it in this aspect. If a man wants to attract a woman, what kind of traits does that man need to have? What trait do you think does this man have so that they can attract? Personally, personally, what I believe, kinakuanga huko ni girl can fuck anyone she wants, but a man will marry whomever he wants. So for you ladies, you can be attracted by. There's a difference between marrying and attraction. The design that people usually say, girls like bad boys and good guys never win. So kwa jeli most of the time unapata wasichana wanaendea hao bad boys.
Hollywood, bad boys in Hollywood. Kenya it's different.
Angalia hivi Angalia hivi Kenya ni maji.
From the way I know.
Please share experience.
My contact list. These are dangerous people.
Are they good boys?
They are not good boys.
The ones who are good by the name, but
good the way they look, they are good. But Chinyamaji, they are bad people.
You know that's market. It's the market. Market ya Kenya inataka good boys. Chinyamaji wako
Ukisema by the way they look, what do you mean by the way they look?
They don't have scandals, they have their life together. Vitu kama hizo. Yeah. See people who are chaotic, just composed people. Lakini yeah, the bad boys ndio wazuri technically.
I don't understand.
So the people who are chaotic and the bad boys, yeah, who just wanasumbua tu kila pahali, have scandals, trending your name. Those are the people wenye ladies in Kenya don't like.
The bad boys are spontaneous.
Yeah.
Leo anaweza amua waende kanisa, kesho wako bar, kesho kutwa anaweza amua wako club, hii ingine wako busy wanasoma gazeti. I think so.
So, ukisema those guys are good, they are good boys, hawana scandals, but they are bad. What do you mean by it? Like they are bad? Apple, I think that's where I'm lost. Ama you've understood what you said.
Actually, we're trying to listen to elewe hata sisi. Sielewi hata mimi hapa. But okay, vile umesema ladies like bad boys.
I'm a bad behavior.
Kuna hii bad boy yenye unasemanga chali ni hot, chali yani anakaa bad boy kumwangalia na the physical things, but ukienda kukaa chini, you know the guy, you find him is a good boy.
Oh, like the first thing that attracts you.
A lady is someone mwenye anakaa fuck boy, but the guy is so
No judgment happened. This is a friend.
This is an
No
independent
judgment,
podcast.
tunataka tu venye imetaka so passionately.
Babe, why are you laughing? Babe, do not laugh.
Endelea. What's your definition of bad boy? Well, nilikuwa nasoma msal kwa swali like dem, okay, dem Kenya nataka they want good, but sule, you know, good na the same time, but sule good wa si twende sawa, twende si twende sawa, you know, atakole msee. Like kama ni debate utakuwa debate ni wote wawili, as in sio leo unajua kuna kwa nani softy, sio kuna wale mahard, unaona hiyo ndio personally hiyo ndio definition ya bye kwangu. Sisi personally sisi takachali chali mwenyewe, personality yangu ni iko juu na kiko chini, akwa juu azina. I mean tunavurugana kidogo.
Okay, hii bad boy ya chali mwenye hizi kana demu moja. Achana na cheating. Kuna hii ile nye he's bad. He's just a bad boy. In every single term he's bad.
What are the terms?
What do you mean what are the terms?
In terms of is he like a player? Ama in terms of keeping many women.
Like it's not okay, sometimes it's not in a bad way. Yeah? Lakini mzuri.
But then I think ladies take offense. Ukisema this man is a player, a lady will not have involved in this man would have offended. He's here today, he's there. Sido.
Lakini sipa ndo anakuanga.
Inaitangwa kitu roho. It's hard to understand. You say you don't want this, but when you get it, you want it. So you'll find a lady at India, probably what I've had two instances of people I actually know. Walisemaje, honestly, when I came into this relationship, my spouse was a bad person. But I thought I would change the person. I thought love would make it better. Only to find that I've stayed with this person for 2 years, but tabia nilipata nazo, and now this changes. Wanaachanga kuita tabia, wanasema tabia zake za utoto nilipata nazo, bado ndio inaendelea. So you are wondering, did you come to change someone, or did you come because you saw the life was good in terms of what he would or she would deliver in that case?
Lakini pia kuna hiyo tunasemanga, unajua kuna ile yenyewe mwanaume anaweza kushow, like when you go on a date with a guy for the first time, anakuonyesha vile kama chua, mnaweza songa mbele until ukijisa ukae naye vizuri chini, and then unaangalia alafu unajiuliza, is it the same guy niliongea naye the first date, ama this is another spirit imeingilia mtoto wenyewe, unafikiri uliokota mahali.
Kwani amejia advertisement?
Why advertise?
The advertisement is different
The
from
same
the
way
actual product.
ukidate dem akwambia mimi ni single, mimi ni virgin, and then 2 years later akikuja na mtoto kwako alafu akwambia mtoto wake huwezi itikia. The same thing.
Single haimaanishi not fruitful.
Wow.
Yeah, see, you might be single but you have been fruitful before.
Not all men are
amko sasa swali traits. Bado tuko hapo kwa traits. Before wanze bad boy. Tuko hapo. So tuambie. Like ni traits gani mnatumianga kati ya mademu?
Or as in
the question was ni traits gani a man shows that attracts a woman?
See, that's what you ladies want to tell us. What will make you attracted to a guy?
So you want to hear from you?
You are the ones to tell us. We say what we think is right, but some of the times you hear the lady say those are not the things.
Number one, kudanganya. Number two, kudanganya.
What a lady might like. Number two, I will think sema 6-pack. The other thing we will say Julu Zungui imeweza. Right? Those are some of ndio maana hata you see a prank waneka cucumber, alafu a lady would approach na kuangalia, and then automatically she's like, we tunakuona kan. Like there was a TikTok I saw, a lady would approach and say, naweza shika tuone the size, and it's only a cucumber. So I would say for a guy we will think that is one of your traits. That's why we are talking of a lady akisema it will be much better, because ours might be biased.
No. Stop thinking about the physical. Understand that physical.
Hapo ndo goodness inaingilia, because Kenyan ladies, some of them wale wenye wamejiweka watasemaje, I want a good guy mwenye ana story mingi, only to find the guy ame adapt into that, but is not that way. Right? Is not that way.
By the way, most of the time unasema nataka mtu mwenye hana maneno mingi. It's either they won't go for that person with maneno kidogo, they go for the guy with maneno mingi. Most of the time.
Actually what happens, the men wenye wanakaa kwa maneno mingi ndio wenye hawana maneno mingi. Na wenye wanakaa wametulia do the perfect opposite.
Tafakari ya baba. Sema hivyo ndio tafakari ya baba.
It's advertisement. It's perfect advertisement.
It doesn't
show your true
it
colors.
work.
That's where the issue is. If you have a goal in terms of you want something, and some of the times it's usually to get sexual satisfaction, then you portray what the lady wants to say. Once you get that, ndio unaona, like for a lady when you umesema ati unakaa na mtu and then you're wondering sometime later, is it the same guy I saw the other time? Because he has totally changed. Maybe when he came, the one thing he wanted has been achieved. So now he can be his true self, because I'll go be, I will not get what I want. He already got it.
But mbona usianze tu from day one?
Because anajua automatically utaika X.
I have a question for you. If a guy approaches you, akwambia I want this from you, I want sex from you, what are you going to do?
Run.
But usiulize hiyo. Ladies nowadays are very open. Nakwambia, si ungekuja uniambie tu ni sex unataka. I would have given you kama ningekupea. So
Kama
you go and say,
Ukikuja useme hivyo utapatia.
Ukikuja useme hivyo, what will happen?
watasema you are weird.
Exactly.
You are creep.
So let me bring it back to you guys. Umesema mbona at first useme hivyo. I know this is what I want. Nikisema the direction you want, vile umeuliza mbona useme hivi mara kwanza. Najua nikisema hivyo utapata kile unataka. Will you venture into that road kusema kweli?
So meaning nasema in short, anytime you're approaching a lady, there is a motive uko nayo apart from having a relationship with the person.
It depends with the guy.
Sasa zingine hata you don't.
Ndio maana nasema it depends with the guy. Because kuna wanakujanga na genuine of what they want from the lady na wana put it on. Na kuna wenye wanaenda behind the bush if it means wataipata quicker. If I come I tell you I want sex, utajaribu to hold off. Kwa sababu unajua if you give me you will satisfy me and then I'll do what I will do next. So instead of going that way and then you put it longer, I will come give you the person you want to see. I get it quicker, and then from there we know the way forward. No, that's why I'm saying it depends with the person. It depends with the person.
It's nile aspect yenye kweli. Nile nilikuwa nasema like I started with kitu ya kwanza treating attracts women. A lie. So why do lies attract you? Hiyo ndio kitu ya kwanza.
Actually, ladies are attracted by perfection. So, wakiona ni kama this person is giving perfection to an extent, they want perfection, which is an illusion. See that? Yeah, it is an illusion.
So you tell us how comes ni that kind of trait it pulls you?
Sema hiyo type of guy. Unaweza taka tulia kwa kaya.
Those actually are the traits to ambie.
Of course unataka masculine.
Acha tuambie sio wewe ujui, yeye ndo anajua.
Personally, I don't focus on the physical sana more than what he's bringing to the table. First of all,
mfuko iko imejaa wala
tunaweza kumwambia
amesema hivyo,
acha tusikie.
Kizeni vizuri.
Akwa ameokoka. Second, akwa machua.
Unafaa kuanzia hiyo.
Akwa machua. Okay. Staki ati boyfriend, girlfriend. I'm past that.
What?
Yeah.
Your husband, wife, mama?
No, I think no, see by boyfriend, girlfriend, not boyfriend, girlfriend, there's a possibility to break. You see, but
see, that's why it's a starting stage. Unless you say maybe you are just dating, but I'm Japan at the title. Otherwise, the relationship, you can't start without that unless you enter straight to marriage. Ile anasemanga love at first sight come your one.
No, okay. Boyfriend, girlfriend pia nile. Tunaonelea kucheza.
Unajaribu tu.
Yeah, nile kutry that.
Ni kujaribu tu. Hautaki kujaribu.
Yone kama anaweza.
Wewe unataka sure bet tu roho sana.
Sitaki kujaribu. That's why inakuanga careful na niingisha kwa life yangu. You just don't date anyone and everyone. The next thing is akwe very understanding. Hiyo story ya moods by the way. Kama peshi alikuwa tu anaongea tu hey, this is for me. As in ukinipata nimetulia, isianze story 60-40. Ngoja kwanza ni maintain tu quiet time yangu. Alafu but of course nitakuja nikwambie bebe nipatie tu time kidogo. So akwe understanding. Of course I can do. I mean hatutakuwa
lazima ifure.
But si ledo atumona kwenye millionaire. You know
Billionaire.
At least akuwa anafanya kitu na life yake. In that hata mimi nikikam tunaendeleza hiyo kitu. Kama ni biz pia mimi nafanya biz, nafanya biz. Well and good. Akwe creative, as in akwe a creative person. In the sense that maybe akwe artist, akwe singer, akwe in a creative industry. It will be an added advantage. Akwe businessman, added advantage. So in terms of physical, mimi napenda matendo watole. Alafu na ndevu.
Anaonekana. Okay.
Wait, ulisikia vile alianza? Mimi siangalia.
No, but yeah.
Mimi siangalia physical.
No, yeah.
But
Like,
usao ndevu ina
no, as in,
Shatoka.
okay, like physical is outdo. Zenye he's as a person like character yake na get natural.
We're just making fun.
Tumekwenda.
Yes, but akiwa na ndevu mrefu black.
Dark chocolate handsome.
Kwanza kwa menyonga kipara alafu ndevu.
Kipara. BN sauti sol. Hiyo design. Actually BN anafitio criteria kabisa. He's tall, ako kipara ndevu. He's an artist. By the way, so you do BN mwambie aje.
Yeah, he's married.
Yeah, I'm Jalili.
Yeah, so that's the kind of man I want. What else?
I think Bethany has a different one.
Beth, what is the man you want?
Yes. Give us a piece of it.
Yes.
The man that I want.
Yes.
So far so good, there's no man that I want.
Usituambie telenovela ndio iko.
But
Yes.
what I would love,
Yes.
that future man of mine, when my husband, his personality really matters, religion really matters, and
Yes.
what else? He should at least have an income generating business, an income generating activity.
Yeah.
Yes.
Penye anaweza tunini, at least is the same way I'm putting something on the table, he also naekelea hapo. He should be understanding. He should be able to open up. He should be able to,
Wait, if you say open up, what do you...
like that's what I'm explaining. Open up, like for
Talking
example,
emotionally or business-wise, opening up.
opening up. What I mean is, the moment that a situation that comes on the table, for example, if he is our child and no, let me not put it that way. For example, it's something that has been going on between the two of us, and we want to know how to solve it. You see, so both of us obviously will have different perspectives on different issues. You see, but the moment that we bring our minds together to it, of course, we come to a solution. I don't need a man who, when I'm talking, is just quiet, staring at me, and is like, okay, okay, but then no, like the same way exactly.
Tunaiba idea tunamwambia bede tukijaribu hii itakuwa
In short, hamnanga kitu kwa nini.
atasema venye atasema.
Like a content oriented person, kitu kaa hiyo.
My question,
Then something else, it's someone that my dreams and visions are aligning with his. If I say that one day I want to have a mansion, pia yaseme also me, but then I'd also want a castle at at a point. You see, you find that the moment that you say a mansion and a castle, you see, at least you'll exchange some notes on how you're going to better that castle. How am I going to better this mansion? You see, so you'll find that at least it's not someone that mtakuwa mnakaa stagnant. It's someone who is development oriented person. Then something else, that person must be, he must be decent. Let me put akwe too decent. Siku hizi, a lot of people want, there's a certain way. Kuna venye na rateng venye amedress nisema that's decent. There's one venye nani, it depends on how decent I want that person to be. Decent si lazima buy suit, decent, just be decent, just be, keep yourself clean, nini, tukaa hizo. Yeah, that's me.
Kwanza nywele wasikwe nayo, wanashika line. Sema it
No,
doesn't matter.
actually for me, if it's decent, you find that kwangu kuwa too decent venye unakave, but the day that you will come to ask for my hand in marriage, just know that the chaos that will be in that house, I don't know how. Yeah, and tricky sana.
it's above you.
Yeah.
Sikuweke.
Like you find that I'm from my both parents are ministers of the word. So you'll find that actually your dressing really matters. But of course I know what I want. I won't go there outside and see someone, for example, huyu mzee ninajua hadi nikibalaka kwa nyumba italete issue. And they are heart-oriented things, and you really love this person, sindio?
Yeah.
So you really know what you want. Mbona unaleta msee, unajua hata ukipelekea daddy atakwambia na huyu hapana, huyo rudisha kwenye umetoa, and then you find that ukipeleka huyo msee, of course it will hurt you for you. You've dated with that man for like 6 to 10 years. Alafu daddy,
You've dated 6 to 10 years.
I'm just giving an example. Then you take them to that person. Then you take Wait, okay, let me say. You can date someone for like 6 to 10 years, yeah, you know. But at that time, maybe there's a point of time that, you know, you can come and stay, maybe, you know.
Like you have kids. And
Yeah,
stuff,
you have kids,
but
you can, but you're waiting at least, you know.
financially.
Yeah, but yeah, see, it depends on how or when you want to officialize your unit.
Yeah.
Yeah, union. You see,
So with
it
your
really
parents,
depends.
with your parents being ministers,
Yeah.
for example, you bring in a boy and they say no, how would you handle it?
Actually, I'm a stubborn one in my family. So wakubali wakatai, that's none of my business.
And
It
if they
remains to
start
be mine.
embarrassing your man in front of other people,
Yes.
how will you handle it? If they start embarrassing your guy in front of other people?
Of course, I'll tell I'll give, you know, I'll also tell them, come on, this is my man, you can, and this is the man that I've fallen in love with, and there's nothing, and I'm 18 years old, I'm more than 18 years old, and I have a right to make my own decisions. If this is a man that nimeletwa na kona dread, na kona everything, you know, mbona mkatai? This is where my heart lies.
Wanafaa kujua the other side.
Literally, we are talking about African parents. African parents
I
are
know.
stubborn. And now to add on it, you as a ministerial, in terms of, have you seen that video? Ule pastor mwenye alikuwa anasema, sijui amfai kuvaa hii na sijui kama ilikuwa anarashua mawedi, anaenda kutoanisha the groom and the bride
Because
on
of
what's
what they were
happening.
wearing.
I don't know if it's what they were wearing or what was
You
happening,
know,
but they are
sometimes,
dressing
you know,
them down.
sometimes it depends on who your parents are, how educated they are, or how they take things. You see, or are your parents understanding? Are your parents respect your say? You know, vitu kaa hizo.
Can I
Yeah.
add on something? Me personally, shusha alikuwa hivyo. Like, tunajua tu wazee wa kitambo, it right, sitaki kuwa na kwa. Hakuna mtu ameshai, so me used to tell her, akiniambia umetoka nje, umetoka hapa, nimetoka kwa na like so and so. So like I used to prepare her. I used to prepare her pole tu. Ndo hata akikam, to me like deep down in my heart ilikuwa najua. Of course kama ni cute. Lazima makiu. Ilikuwa najua hadi sasa najua I won't marry her. Unless God says otherwise. But nilikuwa najua. Like so nilikuwa na prepare. Of course kuna like auntie yangu alikatazwa akaingia box, sister yangu akatazwa, but venye tu bekazwa pia mimi ni stable. So mi alikuwa ameshajua like mi nitamletea an O and you see
Nitamletea the bald guy with the big mustache.
kwanza tu prepare pole wakaingia wakijua by the way things are changing. Nilikuwa nimesahau kusema kitu compatible, it's very important.
In what sense?
Yeah.
In what sense?
I cannot date someone who is not compatible.
How is it helpful?
I think that yeah.
Ama the physical aspect compatible?
No, not
Well,
the
the one
physical.
emotionally.
Yeah. Emotionally, spiritually, hizo vitu zote.
Me, my question to the ladies is, you've talked of opening up. Are you willing to help your man to learn opening up? Because kusema tu kweli, yes, anaweza sema atajaribu, but kufika that stage where he's comfortable opening up to you, it requires patience. So, are you willing to teach the guy ama lazima kuja akiwa hivyo?
You know what? You guys are not open up, right? But the guys that I've dated, they used to open up except one. They really like tunakaa chini and we talk it through. If let me like I was say wote tumeachana, tukiachana hatuko tunachana place mbaya. Actually we sit down and say we have decided that we are breaking up. This and this. That's what
true.
Yeah.
Let me tell
That's what
Let me
like,
tell you
I've
honestly.
really done a lot.
Let me tell you honestly, in my case, Mimi, I can talk about a lot of things that you might mistake for opening up. But ndio ufike mahali wenye I'm truly opening up to you, it means I need to be vulnerable. And as a man, I can't. I can't. We don't know if we can say it's society imetengeneza hivyo ama ni vile pick up from the society ama from other men ama ni vile tu tumekuja kujiunderstand as people. We can't. So you might think we're opening up, but to me it's a casual talk. You might think that tuna break up casually, but mimi nilikuwa nimeipanga 10 years ago tuta break up. So you are like, imeenda vizuri. Kumbe mimi, it's for me it was something I had seen, I had prepared for. So when I'm talking about opening up, it's when I'm talking of being vulnerable. Are you willing to help that man become vulnerable?
Like kama alikuwa
okay, maybe I have kwanza niko na few insights hapa, especially what S alisema on compatibility. I think compatibility to an extent is a lie. Be true to some extent. When people grow up, people are married, blah 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 in their lives, their careers in different progressions, and then personalities do change. So the person we are 5 years from now is someone who will be different in 10 years. So along the process, people just need to be agreeing. Are you able to agree?
Are you in the same table?
Yeah. Then the part of this person is maybe a banker, the other person is a daktari. But if people are married, then you're not even compatible. So what you need to be doing is agreeing in those times. Are you able to sit down and agree on doing something together? Alafu on this thing ya umesema nini sahi ya mwisho? Opening up. Yes. You know, it is very dangerous for a man to open up to a woman.
Why?
These ladies watachukuanga wazako and then they go and tell other people.
Now
They use them to attack you at
it
trains.
depends with the ladies that you are seeing.
But most of them are dangerous. So
Issue ni we are blind in terms of you feel the lady, yes, and then you've stayed with someone for 5 years, but you didn't know the other side of them, or you knew you were oblivious to it. Yes, because everyone akiingia into a relationship, they are the best person they want to be. They are the best themselves.
Honeymoon stage.
Honeymoon phase. But as time goes by, ndo unakuja ku realize, by the way the snoring anafanyanga usiku. By the way atalala shoot.
You have to open up.
That's what I'm talking about.
But kuna vitu zingine you just don't open up to ladies.
By the time once you na lady you open up, it's a journey.
It's
for
a
me
journey,
personally, it's a journey. That's why I'm asking.
Because you can't
willing
trust
to
ladies.
teach the
You
person?
fear women. Fear women.
You can imagine, you're with this person, not because you think she's beautiful, but because of other aspects. But
beautiful.
By the time mwambie mimi sikuonangi wewe ni mrembo. It's hard. But I want to be with you, not because you're beautiful.
Yeah.
By the time you just decide to open up and tell that person that.
So mtakusema wale wanaomantumanga na sichana wenye sisemi kubae, sura ni personal, haikwangi ni sura unaangalia, kuna vitu zingine unaangalia.
Trust me, yes.
There's always a need
100%, yes.
for a man and for a woman, right? For a man, and that's what has been mistaken because that's doing a portrayed more and more. For a man inakuanga something to be met is sex, but you'll find other times it's not only that. It's not only that. Utapata the emotional aspect of it.
Yeye ndo anajua chenye anapatiwa on the table.
Exactly. So, even for a lady, when they come in, you know what you want out of it. Don't you?
Okay. Sio best. Yeye ndo anajua vitu unapatiwa. Unatembea na wimbo kwa person.
Yeah, of course. Let me answer you. If that person is willing for me to, to walk with him, baby steps. So
maybe that they don't know that it's an issue.
No, they don't know, but there's a way that, ladies, we can do anything, It's like tunakujaribu tu, we are testing you pole pole, and you find that ushafika nyumbani na ujui ulifika.
Then if that's the case, then the person is willing. The person can do that.
Yeah, if
you can do it, you can allow them to do it, then definitely it will work. But ukikuja uanze kuimpose, useme by the way, don't open up. I would have wanted uniambie this and this, but hukuniambia, and then unakasirika. It will make it even better.
There's something called understanding, and then there's something that I've realized. We have really complicated this love thing. You see, the moment you really understand what true love is, what genuine love is, most people go for a relationship because they want the true love, but the one that is much sweeter and which is even much yenye inakuanga strong haraka, it's the genuine love. Because the moment that you have that genuine love with that person, you know, you'll find that the genuine love will start with friendship. Genuine love will start with friendship. But true love, you know, you'll find that, yeah, it is true. But there's one, you know, like kitu specific unataka hapo. There's that sex you want. There's that, you know, I want, actually, the reason why I dated Beth, it's because I wanted to, you know, to kuchukua hizo secrets zake zote zenye anafichanga. You know, there's a guy that told me, I want to know the holy side of Beth, because Beth seems so holy that she doesn't know some things. So that was why he wanted to date me, you see. So the moment you have genuine love, you know, it starts with friendship, you know, it will grow pole, and then that's how you realize a lot of things. Hizo vitu unakuja kujua baadaye. Actually, that genuine love, you'll find that it's much easier to know what this person is. That's what I can say that.
Your word in touch. I think that's a very good idea. The difference between genuine the true love, because true love inaweza sema hata ndio ile we meet once and then tunapendana tu out of the blue, but genuine ile you can be able to understand this person. Like for example, I saw a show in a series called Dr. Murphy, right?
Dr. Murphy.
Yes, there was this patient mwenye aliingizwa, and then it's a husband and a wife, right? So the husband ameletwa ICU, wanasemaje, this guy has been drinking. The wife anakuja anasema, no, this guy has been sober. So if it was true love, in the end, the lady stuck with the position of this guy has not been drinking, and then it was found out that the bile of the guy is actually what was producing like fermented beer, which in turn made him look like he was drinking. So I got to know that if it was true love according to her, the lady would have probably doubted the guy and say, let's do this procedure of saving this guy by seeing him from the point of a drunk, instead of let's do this procedure from the point of he's not a drunk or something. So for true love, it's all about, for genuine love actually, it's all about that trust. You know, hata my guy ama my lady akienda in the midst of 1,000 men, atarudi kwangu still my lady. Hata my guy akienda, for example, Mombasa, tuliambiwa Mombasa raha, tunajua bado atarudi akiwa my lady. I think that's probably what you're saying, right? Sorry. Nimeelewa hivyo basi.
Okay, definition of genuine love. Yeah.
True love.
Genuine is true love and it's genuine love. Actually,
Genuine love.
You know, genuine love, you'll find that you guys will grow together as friends. You see, genuine love is like no matter what happens to this friendship, like there are some things, I don't know how to put it. Like genuine love, inazanga from friendship, like baby steps, it grows, pole. Yeah, you don't know, but there's a point that you utafika, then you say that, you know, this guy, you know, mneza enda mahali, no, you say, because you find that the relationships that zenye zilianza as friends, actually they become much strong, you know, unakuwa na a strong bond in them. But for true love, actually true love ile like kuna kitu umeendea hapo, kuna kitu moja umeendea hapo.
Really, I don't think so. What's your definition of true love? Truth is something that it is pure. Like
personally, mkisema true love, genuine love, unajua tu love ni love tu. Hakuna genuine, hakuna nini, it's just love. Hiyo ndo
definition ya true love. Essentially, true love means that you have an unwavering, unbreakable, and unparalleled fondness and devotion for your partner. Genuine love,
unapenda mse nini, their happiness and their wellness,
kitu kayo. So ukisema true love, it's you have an intention, you have an end game to something. For me, doesn't. It makes sense. Because true love sasa ndio hiyo inaanzanga na when you love someone truthful, you'll be genuine to that person.
That's true.
Like when I love Peshi truthfully and nikimlove na ile nikiwa true na Peshi nitakuwa genuine. I will consider her happiness. I will consider her well-being. I will consider her emotions. Nikijua Peshi nikimpata yuko zone yake, like I'll consider like maybe she has her quiet time mahali, vitu kama hizo. So hatuwezi differentiate genuine love na true love. It goes together somehow, yeah.
I think I can agree with her in terms of there's a difference, because but I may be biased, this is what I'm just thinking based on what she has said. If I'm truly in love with you, I can cheat on you. That's why you'll find a man hata achilia the first wife, but he will go on to have a second, a third, a fourth maybe. But hata mwachilia atasema I still love you. That might be, for me, might be considered true love, because I feel you, but there are some needs I'm not getting, so I might as well go outside. But if it's genuine, this is a person mwenye atasema I genuinely love this person. Let me see if maybe it's this I'm not getting from her. Let me see if we can talk something and agree on something, right? If probably I feel like there's a lady coming on to me, there's a lady mwenye ananikatia naona naweza ingia box, let me bring it with my wife, we see what it is. Because you trust her genuinely, you love her genuinely, you are not afraid to talk to her about something that might cause a commotion in the house. You are not afraid to bring up a topic that is disturbing you emotionally and will disturb her, because you know I love her genuinely and this is the one person. But if it's true love, yes, I will love you. We've met first sight, first love. I've met you, I've loved you. But there are some things I'm not getting, so I can't have changes. You're
But
still
that's
my one.
not true love.
It's true love.
What's the definition
true love?
of
Because
true?
sikuachili, true love because you are my first love. I will not leave you, but I will also I will also not be with you only. I will look for the things that I don't have with you to with someone else. So I think that's my definition.
Hiyo basi hatufai kuita true in the first place.
You go hand in hand now. What is your understanding? Yeah, you're true before that love comes.
Yeah.
Basi hatufai kuita true.
What do you understand? Now you're genuine before your love will come in. Like this phone is genuine. What does that mean? This phone is true. What does that mean?
Yeah.
Hiyo ndio inafai kuwa like the first thing mtu anaangalia.
Inamaanisha ni simu. Kama Kevin ama ni original bado ni simu. But if it's genuine inamaanisha imetoka kwa ile manufacturer. That's specific. If I have an issue naweza kupelekea hiyo.
You cannot be genuine to someone if you're not true to
That person.
You can be genuine but not true. Inaitangwa genuine lies. Right? I am genuine in terms of
genuine love na lies love. Kitu kama hiyo. Juu okay. Mi issue yangu ni hapo kwa true. When the truth is something like kitu truth ni kitu ya ukweli, unaona? Siwezi sema Rachenga amenikatia azina ananipenda tu genuinely. I mean, ananipenda genuinely but hana truth in it. As in
true love inamaanisha according to Google, sawa, a unique and passionate bond that connects you as a couple that wants the best for the other person regardless of what that means for them.
So ukisema wants the best for the other person, wewe ameshinda kininyima for the past month na siwezi kukaa, I'll tell her umekuwa ukininyima, so mimi naenda kutafuta huko. Nisiweza tukubaliane kama nienda kutafuta.
Ama unipe.
That's a choice. You cannot
like I'm
based on my
like
definition.
Yeah, but you see, at the end of the day,
Hatuwezi
toa the meaning of true love because an individual amechukua choice kujiambia this person is not true to me, ndo nenda nje, as in
so my
genuine.
For your example, kabla you said the genuine, the example that I gave, I was to ask, since I'm true to you, I'll tell you this is where I feel unsatisfied. Is that being true to that person?
Yeah.
Before like venturing out, whatever.
Yeah, you are being truth and genuine.
So this other one ya jamaa kuona sipokei hapa sitamwambia niende. That's another thing.
Yeah.
Because these are two different scenarios where the first scenario ni this guy tells the lover. The second scenario is this guy doesn't tell the lover but anaendelea kwa hapo. So ya kwanza we've agreed. Ukiambia huyo mtu like you're true to that person. Nile like mimi nakupenda lakini hii sipokei kwako, so it's either unipatie or I go look for it elsewhere. I have two options.
Nataka msikie tu another definition. Muone paleta mimi nakaa nitawaambia both of them seem the same thing to me. In terms of wanasema genuine love means a sincere care, interest in the well-being and happiness of the other. It's the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same.
So it can't be far. It's not like what is true love. I think true love and genuine love it's the same thing.
Yeah, we cannot separate.
So basically, there's another definition here in there's two different scenarios. So the second scenario it's another thing. It
depends from your perspective.
Yeah, and it depends on how you put that true love on the table and like how you act that true love. It really depends how you act that genuine love. We are talking about words here, and then actions are also there. So actions will definitely differ.
Yes, not we like. It's okay. Venye tumepecha tutumia example sasa ametumia like at the end of the day it's an individual. You cannot say we cannot call it truth. No msendo amechagua yeye mwenyewe kusema Esther bedo nilikuwa kutumia example like Esther kuna venye even either you are so nimeacha you see that person first of all he's not even true. I think kuja uniambie, unajua kuja uniambie you are genuine to me, you are true to me, but ukienda kwa nje hiyo ni choice yako umemake. So hatuwezi sema true love ati nile iko na intention as that's my thing.
So I looked it up on Google. He offered a very good point, but it seems genuine and true love are the same.
Yeah,
but the words are the same, but the actions are very different.
That's why I agree with you, but it seems hapa tumepigwa 10 hivi na to relax tuendelee na maisha.
I guess actions are
so basically it's you have an idea this is the situation, this is the scenario, but you don't have the exact word for it.
Yes,
that's it true.
For her it's
understanding yake, like understanding
that's my own
yake.
perspective.
Understanding yake on that. So since it's getting late, this is going to be like our final one. Do you think it's hard to find or maintain a relationship? Do you think it's hard to find or maintain a relationship?
To find relationship unaweza pata literally said you can unaweza pata mtu hapa nje na kwambia I want to be in a relationship with you, lakini maintaining it ni ngumu. Mimi nimwambia zangu kila mtu anataka ngo huko nje. Said niangalie tu hivyo, you know what I'm trying to say. Maintaining it ni ngumu.
Wait, umesema it's hard, it's
easy kukua in a relationship but it's hard to maintain it.
It's hard to be in a relationship.
Able to be a point, it seems you differ.
It's all hard getting a relationship.
Wait, personally, but we think you can get into a relationship, but maintaining it. Unajua kuna watu wanaingia kwa relationship for the benefits of having a relationship, and then kuna ile kuingia in a relationship.
Wale watu wa Valentine's Day.
Kuna hiyo. Exactly. It's easy kuingia kwa relationship because there's something you want from it. Na kuna ile kuingia kwa relationship, yeah, like I want to do this with someone and tusonge mbele. Unless mimi ndo najongeanga hapo. Lakini mimi nimeona people wanaweza ingia kwa relationship easily but maintaining it ni ngumu.
Case in point in TV, the relationship triangle. Kuhakisha relationship it's easy, to maintain it's difficult.
Very hard.
Ndio maana watu one day wanakuanga hiyo ya dating, wanakuonyesha how people were meeting and dating, and then on the other hand wanaletanga after breakup if they can come back together or not.
Me can even give you a case scenario. A friend of mine has dated different people in the last 3 months. Exactly. Kuingia relationship si ngumu. It's not hard. Naingia na miguu mbili. Leo tunaweza sema naweza mka leo ni date mtu. Lakini to maintain it tufika at 6 months at hiyo tunaita honeymoon phase ama tunaita nini. Ni very hard. Because unaingianga ile sasa iko in a relationship like maintaining, imagine kwa ukasia kila siku and stuff ama whatever inafanya like you are with that person ikisha nini.
My perspective ni actually maintaining is hard kwa sababu it takes character and work. So if you do not have the character, the other person atabaka out immediately. And then if you have the character, so instead of putting the issue of work, you need to be constantly putting something into it. Sometimes in the part of amjongulishana sana and something is fading, so you have to go to a date, you rekindle this wonderful thing you had at first. So it really takes work. But you the work part, people don't want to put much of it. And yes,
it's like
maintaining his character.
It's like really when you get into a relationship, you want to settle. Like nimeshafanya the hard part, so
yes.
It's the smooth sailing.
Actually, the fruits of getting a relationship is now the easiest part. Sasa maintaining it is inakuwa hard. It's really in between sasa unapatana all these problems. How do people get to solve them? How do you people get to agree on all these things? How do you people conquer things together? You're working together, all these things. Maintaining is really hard.
Hata ingine yenye mmesema likeness, see, like you're in the same page or something.
Yeah.
But okay, me iko inanigongelea ati lazima you like tuseme you like the same things.
Yeah.
Let me give an example. You're in a relationship with someone. Ni huyo told akanza mwenye mtu anataka and stuff anakuprovidea, but when mnakaa chini hivi wawili kitu moja inawakosanisha movie. Yeah, you like comedy, I like horror. But yeye akikuja kuwatch mnawatch tu yake. Like hakuna mwenye hataki wewe uone yako ama anataka tu muone hiyo pekee. Unaona? So it's not easy. Like relationship unaweza ingia na mimi nasema relationship ni ile inaweza ingia kesho, lakini ku maintain ina depend na how the other person takes me ama how the other person
are you willing to be flexible with that? Kwa sababu if you are not flexible then inaleta makasirikiano. If you are not flexible hata mkianza kupata that differences in like movies, you want your way, the other person wants their way, hapo inaleta vita.
Exactly.
Na hapo ndio mtu anachukua excuse anasema wacha tutoke. Because that is work. You are not willing to be flexible
but
with your
pia
partner.
hata flexibility ile time yenye mko mnaingia kwa kitu. Sulikuwa unajua literally I'm not dating someone wenye okay hata kama we like the same things. Kuna mali tu zinakwanga bit. Yes. So are you vile unasema flexibility? Mwanaume anaweza change tu kidogo for that lady ndio zingiane in the same. Actually ni wanaume mnaweza fanya hivyo.
Actually, a man can change for only one.
Exactly. You know, now that's where the problem is.
Yeah,
because me naweza change, niache kunini, naweza kwambia as much as I don't like comedy, naweza kuja niangalie lakini si ati kile yangu itakuwa about totally and stuff. But wewe unaweza tu vumilia kidogo ujue like Christian napenda watch horrors like on a little basis 1 2 3 ukae utulie bila kushtuka.
I have two perspectives on this.
Kuna umama, kuna hiyo umama na kuna wanaume.
Ngoja. We asked this question iletwa hapa hivi. I asked it, ilikuwa clean na mkanyamaza, but saizi you're bringing it. You should have said it at that time. I asked the difference between femininity and masculinity. But it appears that ikifika side ya wanaume like no ikifika side ya wanaume like wewe unaweza ka insultiwa like hii ni umama unafaa inafanya, but ikifika kwa mwanamke hawezi kama accuse unafanya ubaba.
Mwanaume kushtuka shwali horror ile kitu ya kushtuka sana. Horror ni kitu ya kushtuka.
Listen. So like hapo as much as wewe ulisema na muka come to the point that watu hawajui the difference, but ukiangalia in actuality like there's a clean difference. Mbona utaambiwa hii ni umama unafanya with your fellow mates, with your fellow mates, with other people, with your girlfriend, atakwambia hii ni umama. So that means kuna a masculine side of it, ubaba, na kuna umama. So that's why I asked, what's the difference? Okay, siwezi kusema hiyo ni body shaming, lakini ni sawa.
You are the point.
Kwanza hiyo ni okay, mimi ndio nilikuwa naambia Ben. Unajua mimi sometimes nakaangalia na shangaa ati boy ati stage anaambia unaitwa John Tino. Ati stage anaambia John, manzi aki background hii place ni poa, shika phone unipige picha.
Maudi watambui.
Unekadi status, that is social media. I mean,
Maudi literally anatambui shika tuko Mbogi Genje ama tuko Mansono, lazima picha come through.
Sio? Piga picha
once but kila siku una post picha.
Simba.
Acha na hii kwenda photoshoot ya tao.
I know.
Ya tao bro ataka you know mama.
Put it on record. Kidogo utuambie put it on record ni mama.
Alafu story ya relationship.
Sasa sio ndio mama hapo ndio aseme eti ni mama.
Wa mama literally hao ndio hafai kuongea. Hafai kuongea literally.
Literally these are things we usually do. No, unajua kuna kitu yenye unasemanga you expect a lady to go. Wasichana ndio wanakuanga hii patia. We have to take pictures and you look at this nice.
Yeah.
Ile to attract the other gender and stuff. Lakini mwanaume, what are you advertising?
I know, right?
No, what are you literally advertising? Ati unatake picture. Who are you taking it for?
Oh my God.
Una update your people.
Where are you there? Umededi.
Ndio nawakumbusha.
Alafu kwa Snapchat.
I know, I remember ka filters. My friend, new mama.
My friend Snapchat. Hey,
it's not creativity, it's
creativity where?
At least tumepata one trait of feminism. Hiyo kupiga picha is feministic, right? Yes.
Kuna hizi picha pana, unajua wacha nikwambie, kuna hizi picha naomba uende kuchukua unaenda kwa studio. Achana na hizi zingine. Unaenda umepiga nikisema luku, I don't mean umeenda umesack trouser inafika. Mimi I won't date a guy but trouser yako umefikisha huku, unaona boxer zako mbili zenye umevaa, alafu umevaa sijui socks imefika huku. Alafu tuende tungoje wait uongezee umeshuka. Mimi siwezi, wacha nikwambie, there is one thing I can't do. Siwezi bishana na mwanaume kwa kushuka. It's either me or me. Wewe ni lako utengeneze, mimi nitatengeneza yangu. Na kama sina pesa unitengenezeshe, utatoa yako ama utatoa yangu?
Wacha
I'm just asking. So, kuna hizi picture. Enda studio, it's 300. Unapiga picture, tunaangalia tunasema by the way this guy looks something. Anakaa. Naweza kula mwanaume kasa hapa.
Mali safi,
Mali safi and stuff. Alafu kuna hizi zingine hapa.
Beth unakubali?
Let me jibu that one. Let me jibu, right? Umepiga picha venye unasema kwa studio mali safi umevaa. Hii imekuwa diluted. You know why? Utaingia WhatsApp uweke KDP alafu text mtu. The first idea inakujanga ni nini? Huyu mtu ni sales marketer ama ni nini? Anakuja kuniuzia nini sasa hivi?
No, it depends on what you wear.
Every connect WhatsApp anakuja anakuanga na hiyo picha. Every time WhatsApp ukitextiwa na con marketer atakuja na picha. Either amevaa suti amekalia stool ama amesimama na kasuti.
But ngoja
why should we do the same? Why should we do the same?
Atutende umevaa suti unaenda
imeharibika.
The same way tunaweza vaa jeans hapa, hata unaweza enda vile tuliona wasichana siku hizo wanavaa nini hizi nguo za kulala hizi unavaa juu ya tunaita nini? Hii ya kulala hii pajamas. Unaenda unapigwa picha nayo. Mwanaume kama wewe ukivaa tuseme tu jeans hapo na t-shirt yako na viatu zako hizo Converse ama nini, tutasema ni sales marketer.
Kuna picha inakuanga safi too much, wanasema ni mwizi.
hiyo nayo hiyo ni hiyo
Sisi ni
mnaobadia.
madem tunakwambia.
Sisi madem
It's
sisi
according
ni
to the
madem
market.
tunakwambia.
Sisi ni masichana tunakwambia.
Okay, sawa.
Si mko amesema sisi.
Unajua kuna hiyo yenye wanakutexting ya marketers inakujanga in terms of wakikuandikia hi and then you respond. Kuna hiyo message itakuja. Hata before kuna hiyo message itakuja for sales. Alafu kuna wewe ukikuja unitumie hi and then I respond. There's nothing which is going to come there. Meaning you're not even there. Wewe umekuja with another agenda. It doesn't mean because you're wearing a suit, umevaa ni kableza kako hapa and stuff ati wewe ni marketer. No.
A very good example, right? Na si mimi pekee nilifanya hivyo. Madam, I don't know kama I still have it. Madam amevaa vizuri. Hajavaa ati official fully but amevaa vizuri. Ndio maana nakwambia picha safi too much na katu ya mwizi. Amevaa vizuri. Hata alinitext too high, right? So you expect how ma telemarketers wakwambie hi, my name is this, I do this and this. Kwa madam tu aliandika hi. Nikamwambia hi too. How can I help you? The next message sasa ndio ilikuwa ya telemarketing. My name is this and this and this. So nikipata hiyo message sasa, si I will know kwa me advance. So next time nikipata number, new contact, text hi, I'll not reply because najua hata kama hajaweka in the first statement wataweka in the next statement. Alright? Na hizo picha ndio inatudissuade. Hizo ndio picha zinatudissuade.
Unajua
mnaambia muende studio mnakataa kusikia.
Literally hata cha studio kuna hii open. Kuna hizi picha.
Open the town umekataa.
Achana na the town my friend. Enda basi vile mnasemanga arboretum. Pigeni picha. Achana ile kukati unakanga hivi umeweka mguu moja kama kisiu guys. Mimi ni mkisi.
Unatuonea.
Wakisitu
No, kuna vile. No, what I mean is kuna zile picha mtu akipiga literally you would look like a marketer. This picture you look like someone who's focused at least.
Na ndio hiyo tunasemaje? Hapo tungeitikia if not madam kusema chali akiana shika nipige picha. Alright? Juu hiyo ndio tunasema ni background natural, but madam amesema if I ni stories zingine. Sasa tutapigia wapi vingine?
Literally ukuje tu alafu niambie hebu pause hivi alafu weke mkono.
No, it's not only that. Unaweza simama uweke hiyo pocket in. Unaweza simama kiodi useme ngumi ni boxe.
Alafu ukuje mkatia alafu niingia box.
No, so how would you want us to take the picture?
That's what kuna people like you.
Nitatuma lugha, nitachapa lugha vibaya sana.
Box taingia.
Wote kwa a very good time for me. Kwa tu odi niongee ni boxe. Alafu kuja uniambie kwanza leo nimesikia gani? Kio. I don't even know.
Kio ni 100 book.
Literally me I don't know.
Kio ni 100.
Siko baya ati maringo ama mimi sijui shame. Exactly. And stuff. So mimi nakwambia sak. Ba alafu kuja vaa hizi za hizi zinaitwa kuna hizi zenye zimechorwa wheat. Na kofia alafu shukwe
hizo mashati
alafu
za
lock
alafu uko na absent ya South Africa.
Alafu kuja wewe hapa tukicha 50 hapa na tutete kwa mikono.
So bad.
Amejitambua na vitu tangu.
At least hoja anasemanga ukiingia kejani mama jua ninakufuga hakuna mtu atakuja kusumbua ngumi ni mbwekse wakikuja nipigie.
Wacha tungangane wacha kwa wote tungangane tutashika pan wote wawili.
At least tuko kwa assured uwezi wakiingia hata piga nduru kama mama hata kusaidia kupiga nduru at least you assured na hizo mapetko hata si pete wanaitanga mapetko watachafua mtu uso before we help ifike.
But me I usually think ukipiga mtu na hizo vitu unajumiza vidole bana.
Actually it goes both ways. Utaumia at some point kama umevaa zenye ni extra big, but fitting utaumiza the other person. Juu unaweka the weight of your hand, the knuckles together with the weight of the shoulder. Yeah, ndio maana unapata hadi madonda wanatumia.
So in short, akona hopes na wewe.
No.
Misinterpretation imeenda fiti.
Vibaya. No, literally no. Wewe utaniharibia. Lakini literally if you want to be a lady surely wanaume hata basic uvaa hivi shati na tusweti twako na tusocks tujuange na hitu floaters Mimi hata hiruva hivyo. Hata baka rich kid basi.
Let me tell you by the way, that's why tunasemanga everyone is different. There is a lady nilipatana naye. Nilikuwa nimevaa decent. Nikaambiwa wewe jamaa unakaa bola, wewe acha kuniangusha. Mimi naendeanga maodi na wezi. Wezi kwa nini? At least niko assured jioni akikam anakama anaangusha chakula ya mtoi. At least niko assured jioni akikam busy imeenda sawa. Kama hajakam then tunajua huyu alienda, acha tujisoke.
But angalia.
Wait.
She sister look herself.
That's why I'm
But for
saying
me,
she's different. That's why I'm saying point line ni everyone is different. What you don't like is in case and example maodi, kuna mwenye anaona huyo jamaa anasema yeye amefika. Kwa sawa. Umesikia hizi documentaries zinatoka based in the slums like Kibra na the other one Madare. Mademo huko anasemaje? Mimi nilikuwa najua boy wangu ni mwizi wa stima. Nilikuwa najua boy wangu ni wangeta. But nilimkufia hivyo juu nilikuwa najua at least sapa iko ketan for. Nilijua at least
someone aenda iba alafu ndio kesho.
Ask them.
My time there.
Okay, so go see the documentaries you see.
Kuna wale wenye wako sawa na security for a long term. Na kuna hawa wanataka tu ya leo peke yake.
Ile yenye unafikiria ati food as long as food, why waste it? Because after that inamaanisha utaenda utafute mwingine kama huyo tena genye tena utafute mwingine tena.
Inaitango living life one spoon at a time. One spoon at a time.
Bullshit. Literally.
Anyways,
Mimi wacha tu mtu ambaye mimi nasema vaa sweatpants. Baba si hoodie kila siku. Weka naitwaje?
man's not hot.
Tena na hiyo.
Never hot.
Ka rich kid basi. Lakini hiyo uko guarantee this is someone at least kama ni msa focused and stuff ako mature enough and stuff. Mimi siwezi ngangana mtu angeta. Ukota wao wamenitukana nikikumbuka wamenitusi. Kwa hii barabara ati ndio nimekata kuitikia haya. Feni.
Anyways, we'll see you guys in the next section. I think next recording itakuwa after this Sunday, hiyo Sunday ingine. Anyways guys, welcome to the Sage Be Me podcast, and that was the show for today.